on my most recent trip to the Lego store, you know, they usually give you the calendars and the bags and the Lego Life magazine. Well, when they were doing that, they said, oh, here's your Lego Life magazine, probably one of the last to come out because I guess they're going digital. And so, you know, I was thinking about that, and, you know, digital is the future. It's so much more convenient, it's more environmental, so I'm glad they're making that switch. But at the same time, we're kind of like losing a part of our physical world with these magazines. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of start with this magazine and go back and try to find all these physically tangible magazines and catalogs that really are just kind of go away in the future. So for this one, we'll start with what might be the last issue, the April-June 2019 Lego Life magazine, and just kind of thumb through it and see what these things had inside. So first, kind of lift that flap, you see the cover. So this one looks to be dedicated to kind of the fire and fire rescue theme. Seems to be the main focus there. And on the first cover, you got this little tiny small short game that you can play with your friends by rolling a dice and using minifigures. And you know, this could definitely be translated digitally for a lot of fun. And here you have to color in if you want him to be or her to be a police officer or a firefighter. So you kind of get to create your own drawings. And here you've got a mystery clue kind of comic book. So you read the comic inside and there's a mystery to solve, and you can do it using this key. You know, all this stuff can be easily translated to digital. The casting call, this is like kind of a hide and seek thing where you have to find Emmett in this picture, as well as, you know, 3 microphones, an axe, and a golf club. So if you know the minifigures, you can probably get that quickly. Here is the Plantable Peril with Rex's kind of review. So it's just kind of like a fun, basically, advertisement for a set. And then here's a larger board game where you get to use, you know, minifigures, dice, a timer, and bricks to play. And, you know, I wonder if this could be like almost like a co-op game where you can play with your friends even though you're not in the same room, or if it's just going to be kind of like on the screen. Your typical comic book, and I know I've read a lot of comic books digitally because they take up a lot less space. And oh, here we got, this is actually 2 pages. Let's see if I can flip this around here. So here we've got the Rebel versus Empire game, and I kind of like these sets because, especially now that they're making these Star Wars 4+ or Junior sets, this definitely is like a playable Star Wars Lego model. I feel like a lot of the Star Wars sets are not really playable, they're more like collectible display items, so it's cool we're making that. And here's kind of an advertisement for the Quinjet, but there's also a little game here where you can kind of create your own superhero using these color keys. That's kind of fun. And then we've got Overwatch mechs, like an Overwatch mech page with some information on those characters. And I don't get the Overwatch really, because to me it kind of goes against not making like war fun, but I guess it's a hyper fake. And of course you can't, yeah, I mean, if you've ever been to a Lego store, bought a Lego product, you're gonna get your Kids Go Free to Legoland coupon. They give those away like Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, if you know what I mean. Activities from outer space. This is kind of fun because it's connect the dot with the different constellations, but there's also some fun facts about space, like, you know, the first man-made object was the Russian satellite Sputnik, and that's fun. I always think of you know, oh, whoa, look at his head, it's so huge, it's like Sputnik. Oh, so I married an axe murderer, and I really miss him. He was so funny. Okay, then we got a little maze here. Builder Kitty loves doing these mazes, so those are always fun, and I know you can do this digitally. Here's a little fun comic book that, you know, even for kids who can't read yet, they can just look at the pictures and have a good laugh at it, so that's always fun. These magazines are made for kids really of all ages. I've always loved this in the Lego Life magazines, the little mini builds you can do with the bricks you have kind of laying around the house, so those are always fun, and I will miss that from this magazine, which has got a Ninjago ad. And then things that kids build. It's kind of fun to see what the young minds can create, because I think a lot of times we get sucked into these older builders who are more advanced, but it's really fun to see what the younger minds create. And here's something like kind of encourage you to go outside and enjoy nature and then just build what you saw. And Charmander, I gotta show that to Builder Monkey, because he loves Charmander and Pikachu. And then Mia's Day in a Life. This is the friend set, and here you just kind of put the order that you want her to do things. So what should she do first? Should she go horseback riding, or maybe just go to the wishing well to make sure it keeps working? So what does she want to do? And then the back here, we've got a little like just, you know, Lego is just enjoyed worldwide, and I've actually always wanted to do a little globe here, so that's just the back cover there. But welcome to our first installment of kind of this, you know, looking at the physical magazines that Lego has produced over the years before we all go digitally. Digital. I'm old. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and you can click on the image to watch another video. Until next time,
Let's keep building together.